cauldron's getting hot, but what he doesn't know is that I'm next to be challenging myself currently, looking up beats, surfing web just to write to this beat.
He does look at okay. Yeah, okay. I think your lighting's good. Good day. Yes.
Neurotic plague practicing mental telepathy. Taking celibacy by the hand. Full till I spread like leprosy or wildfires. Just trying to give you that, the complexity of what's left in me.
Hello, Diane. Yes. Good day. Guess what? It's gonna be my first stream sober. Yay! All right. Yes, we have a panel of people here. All right, I got my filter. Yeah, I might give some people epilepsy this episode. Hey T, your light is. Do you have any better lighting? Like it just looks like you're on the dark side of the moon. Hello, Diana Ortega, 210. And a metal fish, 187. I don't know these people. Are these friends of somebody's? David.
Metal fish.
Oh, okay. There you go. Wow, what is that one? No, go back. I saw Groku. Wow. Which one is that? I've never gotten that before. I've tried to use that. Hello, post Dobstep. Dobstep, is that it? I don't know. That's a
Dubstep?
Well, it's spelled with a D-O-B, so it's got to be Dobstep. I don't know. That has to be a plan. Okay, that's good. That's good lighting there. Jazz, is that your dog? Whose dog is that?
Oh, you can hear her? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear her a lot. Well,
Sorry.
can you bring the dog in? Like, would it help?
She's in the living room. It's because there's somebody in front of the house and she starts barking if there's
Oh,
anybody
okay.
in front.
Yeah.
It's like a guard dog.
I know if I were to start during the daytime, you'd hear my dog all over the place. Because him and lawnmowers, I don't know, man. There's something about dogs and lawnmowers or dogs and loud objects really turns him off. So I guess we can start one. T, you think you got... I'm happy with that lighting if you are.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So yes, so we will start the show here. Welcome to the Game and Friends podcast. I am your host. It's the comic. You guys introduce yourselves. T, go ahead there.
I am Red Corolla Steamroller.
All righty. David, Jasmine, who would like to go next? What's up, old dog?
I'm Jasmine.
Princess Leia. If you ever see her in my chat, it's Princess Leia.
It's me.
And then we have the D-Dog, Iggy Ostros.
Ostro.
Okay, Iggy Ostrom. So tonight's episode, we're going to get right into it. We've got tons of people in here. The sick boy, you know who the baddie is, sir. He's going out with Princess Leia, trying to, I don't know, get her more Instagram followers or make her into an Instagram model. I know T is freezing up. We'll try to get him up to speed here. So tonight's episode is called Goons to Goblins. T is out right now. Yeah, it's called Goons to Goblins. We're gonna talk about the lovely Miami Dolphins quarterback. He received 2 injuries, one on Sunday and then another one on Thursday where he got concussed. I'm gonna try to get T back in here. Red, roll up, Corolla, bam. All right, I believe he's coming back in. All right, there we go. Skizzle up in here. I don't speak hipster slang. Can somebody get a definition of skizzle up in here?
That's
Is that you?
His French nickname. He's watching too.
For him. But he's sick boy, so he'd be just sizzle, not skizzle. I don't know. I'm an old school cat. But so yeah, we're gonna talk about the Tua CTE issue, how that may affect the NFL, as well as Brett Favre and his lovely Mississippi welfare scandal that he was involved in. And then, hello, Arc Steph, another person in here. Hey, we got people, man. We got action, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, and then we're gonna talk about our favorite horror movie theme songs. So, in case you guys aren't into sports, there's the Miami quarterback for the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa. He received an injury on Sunday last week versus the Bills, where he was taken off the field and then was brought back probably in the next series. Probably 5-10 minutes. He played through that game, and then on Thursday, he got a hit again in the second quarter. And I only heard about the injury. I refused to see it because from what I hear, he got hit, he hit his head, and all of a sudden his hands started seizing up. And everybody knows he got concussed. A lot of people think he probably shouldn't have even been playing that game. It's brought the whole NFL CTE issues to the forefront again, even though I think a lot of people didn't I guess I wouldn't say it's been under the rug, but it's just like now when people are concussed, they think that, hey, if the doctor's allowed him to go in, he must be okay. He passed the CTE protocols. And did any of you guys actually see the play that I'm talking about? Because I refuse to see it just because
I saw it.
It just seems like it's too gruesome. But now you watch football a lot, Princess, or you just saw that play because I told you to watch it?
I watch it when my brother watches it. That's how I spend time with him. But that one I went on YouTube because you told me about it and I wanted to research it, and they popped up the video, and it was just really hard to watch. It was really sad.
I'm even thinking about the old school players like John Elway. Like his greatest play is when he's jumping over the touchline pillar, and he gets hit, and he does a helicopter thing. You don't think about it now, but he might have been concussed then as well. And for me, it's just when I heard about the play, I didn't think anything of it. Next morning, Friday, all my feeds on YouTube are just all talking about this play. I don't know, Iggy, are you guys fans of football? Have you guys heard about the play? Do you guys have any reactions to it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it Sunday. The first
on
Thursday. That Thursday game. Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was scary. Hope he's all right. His hand was crazy.
Yeah. I've never seen somebody get hit so hard that they seize up, and that is definitely a sign of brain trauma and stuff like that. But Iggy.
Yeah, I watched it. He didn't really get hit that hard. Either hit, he just kind of went down. I've seen harder hits in football. Football's a dangerous sport, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Concussions are
but I think it was the impact. It was the impact of his head hitting the ground. That probably is something you can't really protect yourself when you're getting hit.
Yeah, but as far as getting creamed in football, that happens all the time, right? So
yeah.
Getting concussed is one of those things where people get concussed all the time. There's millions of them a year, and they're usually from football, most of them. And once you get concussion or concussed, you get another one, it's worse. You get another one, it's worse, and it gets worse and worse. Kind of like, your 9 lives of getting your head pounded in. It's just, you're more susceptible to it every time it happens.
Yeah, and from what I've heard over the past week, good day, JC there, fellow co-host there, Ghost Account. Excuse me. From what I hear, if you are concussed one time, it does take a significant amount of time for the brain to recover from that. The fact that he went in 4 days later, not even 5, not even a week later, his brain is never going to heal from the first impact all the way now. So it's this is stuff that he's probably going to have to deal with later on in life. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but from what I hear, they always say that CTE issues can never be discovered or found out until after the player is has passed away, and I just find that interesting because I'm like, with all the technology that we have now, they should be able to scan the brain, you know, to find more about this. Either that day, week after, like they have so many MRI, X-ray options and capabilities now. I don't know. Reggie, co-worker of the lovely UCA 5. Hey, we're talking about the Tua hit right now. Hey, what's up, JC? So yeah. Jasmine, you said that your brother used to force you to watch football?
Well, he didn't force me. It's just that he used to babysit me. So he's like, we're going to watch football. And he used to play football too, like in high school and when he went into the Marines. So he's like a really big fan. So, well, I don't know that much about football, but I used to watch some of it. So.
Well, yeah. Well, occasionally the batter, he swings and he gets a home run. So then anytime you walk by a bar and you see them yelling, sorry, I had to test your knowledge. You know what a safety is?
No.
Do you know okay. That is football. That is football. No, that is football. It's whenever the opponent, the rival team, let's say, does a touchback or their own football ends up in their end zone, the other team gets 2 points and they get the ball back. So yeah, for me, like, I'm just become more sensitive to a lot of things. Like, I haven't even seen the Dahmer TV show just because I hear about how violent and how, you know, bloody that thing is. So I refuse to watch that. And then after this hearing about this play, I want to not see it just because about how bad he got hit. But anybody else, like T, you still go to football games, and I guess David, you said you still watch football even after this whole incident. Either one of you guys will still go.
I don't really care about football anymore. I've figured out better things to spend my weekend doing besides sitting in a bar and watching football for game after game. But yeah, I still watch it every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm still watching it. Like I know like players. I'm always like, I watch the highlights. Yeah, during the Sunday game, they used to go hiking or something outdoors.
Yeah,
that's still my time.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest. For me, I take off my Sundays. Like, I request, hey, I do not want to work Sundays. I want to watch my football in peace. Because for me, that's like, I mean, I've talked more with my dad over football than I've ever talked to him over like a plate of food. So for us, it's like, it's football. Diehard, lovely Cowboy fans out there. I don't care about the Cowboys that much. So so see, you know enough football to know that the Cowboys are just not your cup of tea.
I just like to give people shit.
So now we're gonna get on to the second topic of tonight. Recently, Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback from the Green Bay Packers, is now involved in a welfare scandal in his home state of Mississippi. What I've heard is that he, rather than getting money himself to help build a volleyball stadium or sports stadium in his alma mater, University of Mississippi, he actually wanted to take money from welfare recipients or from some programs in Mississippi that were there to help impoverished people to help fund this program. But he wanted to make sure that nobody would know where he was getting the money from. Now, right now, all of the talk is like, well, should he even lose his Hall of Fame stature in the community over this issue? Because I know even back in the day, we had the problem with Michael Vick. He got caught up in a dog ring scandal where he was betting on dogs. He had his own dog ring and stuff like that, and some of those dogs had to be put down. So now he ended up going to jail for that. He did his service, and then he came back out, and then he's, now he does some sports commentary, stuff like that. Now, my whole thing with the Brett Favre situation is, even after he was a great player. I don't want to knock him on that. He was a great player. But it seems like after his later years in NFL, he had a scandal where he sent sexting messages to a reporter, one who he didn't even know. He like sent his penis to her, and that's why he left. I think that's why he left Minnesota, or that's why he left the New York Jets. And then okay, yeah. So after that, he went to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, after that, there's still talk of him. He will take money for speaking engagements, and he doesn't even show up for the speaking engagements. So he hasn't been asked to pay that back or anything. And now on top of this scandal, it's like I really have to question whether he should be in the Hall of Fame, because they claim that it's all about just what you do on the field, but then there's other players like, let's say, T.O., who's had an issue with getting into the Hall of Fame, but there's nothing about him off the field. And this is like a serious issue. Like, there's tons of impoverished people who didn't get their money because, well, the money was taken from them by Brett Favre and the governor. So I wanted to hear anybody else's take on this. Jasmine?
Yeah, no,
the team.
I think it's bad. I think that, like, I don't think it should have the Hall of Fame, like, taken away from them. Like, I mean, I think Hall of Fame is what we did on the field, unfortunately, which sucks. T.O. should have, yeah, but is it or is it?
Should have been first ballot, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it should be taken away, but I definitely think we should, like, pay, like, restitution to, like, the needy families he took from, you know, because it's not right. I think Mississippi, if not one of these, is the poorest state in America, so it's pretty empowering.
Yeah, it is indeed. Jasmine, Iggy, your takes?
I agree. I think he should give all the money back that he took. And then I also, like, I watched a video saying that he was trying to, like, build a stadium for his daughter's, like, school or college.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just think it's messed up that you take, like, money that obviously people that are struggling could use for, like, to help them out.
Especially when you have millions. His net worth from football alone, was $140 million.
He was just getting very greedy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I mean, everybody is. I mean, I don't work to not make money, but I don't try to get money from
innocent people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Iggy, your take on the whole situation?
Well, it's just another example of white men in the United States getting away with whatever the hell they want to, not facing any consequences legally or socially. So, you know, the people that were part of the foundation, they pled guilty to fraud. The people that helped him do it pled guilty to fraud. He has received no social backlash from this whatsoever, and just sad. It's just another example of people doing things, specifically white men doing things, and then not having any type of consequences whatsoever, and it gets swept under the rug. And then these are the same people that are like, you know, racism doesn't exist and things like that. So it's just another example of right in your face, just hypocrisy that is going to continue to be part of our American culture and swept under the rug. And you know, people's parents and my parents, you know, not my parents specifically. I don't know what they think about it, but just that generation, older generation, are gonna just say, "Oh, no big deal. You know, nothing to see here." Now,
I just want to say, I'm glad that Iggy was the one to say that, you know, this is just white people doing bad stuff. Because I know if I said, "Oh, you know, I'm just trying to white bash people," stuff like that. So that was a nice, interesting talk there. Now we're gonna get to the fun stuff here. I thought of hey, it's October, it's Halloween, so we're gonna give you guys let's say we're gonna rattle off all of our favorite, our top 2 favorite horror movie theme songs. I believe T Dizzle, yours is first up, and then next week we're gonna do our top 2 horror TV show theme songs. So be ready for that one. So T, you are up. I'm going to try to play this here, and I want everybody to try to guess what it is. If you like to hear it, here it goes. All right, Princess Leia, you look confused. Have you heard this song before?
I'm trying to figure out which where it's from.
All right. So we won't be here all night. P Dizzle, you tell them where that song is from.
It's Carrie, the first Carrie from the 70s.
Oh yeah. Sounds
Yeah. Now, why is that one of your favorites? I gotta know.
Oh, I just like the movie. I just remember watching it as a kid, and now I watch it. It's not. It's it's goofy, but I still like it. It's a classic.
Huh. I believe it also was turned into a TV show, right? A web series or something like that? TV show, web series? Do you know anything about that? Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
In '98 they remade it too.
Oh, okay. So now the next one is one of mine. I'm going to try to speed it up because it does start off a little slow here. Do you hear it? Don't hear it at all? Ah. All right. Well, this will be the technical issue portion of the show. Nobody. All right. Well, it's.
I hear a little bit. I hear something. Yeah, I hear it.
All right. Well. All right. It's the Jaws theme song.
Yeah, so
I tried to get.
Jaws.
Okay. Yeah, it is the Jaws theme song. Now, the funny thing is about the Jaws movie itself, you think. I'm not scared of the water. I'm not scared of sharks. But when I saw this movie, that shit scared the hell out of me. Every time that song came up, it's just like, oh my God, where is it? Like you're looking in the theaters, you're looking everywhere. And then anytime I would hear that song, even in other commercials, like I knew something bad was going to happen. And a funny little tidbit about that song is it only started with two notes. High note and a low note, and when John Williams, the person who or what, I don't know how you say it, the person who worked on the score of the movie Jaws, when he submitted it to Stephen King honestly thought it was a joke. He didn't take it seriously at all. He's like, this is what you sent me with all the money that I paid you. But this is actually was it, and it became one of the most famous or most well-known I'd say notes or themes in movie history. So now here's one that Jasmine has to explain, but I want to see if either of you guys will know what this is. This is Princess Leia's
They're not gonna know.
favorite horror movie theme song of all time. Here we go.
It's very old.
Dracula?
Well, no, I mean, it actually just says it's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That is her lovely
That's
favorite,
the movie.
favorite song. You have to explain why that is your favorite horror movie theme song.
Because I don't know if you guys seen the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, but it was made in the 70s, and it's basically people getting murdered by tomatoes. So I just think the movie's really funny. And my grandma showed it to me when I was little, and I don't know why I was so terrified of tomatoes because I thought they were gonna kill me. So
what, you were terrified of tomatoes growing up? Oh my goodness!
So that's my favorite scary movie because it's the embarrassment.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I love tomatoes. I will literally eat them raw. I have eaten one like an apple before. Like there's certain ones that are so ripe, so juicy. Oh my God, I love tomatoes. I hate ketchup though. Ketchup is the devil. Now, if they made a movie called Attack of the Killer Ketchup, I already know where they're going. I'm like, yes, I agree with that. I will help produce it if there's anybody out there want to start a Kickstarter. So, all right. So now we got Iggy here. one of his top two. Here we go. And if you guys don't know this one, you guys must have been in a coma for the past 30 years. Here we go. Who got it?
Halloween.
Who knows it? Okay, T, did you hear it? Did you?
Yeah, Halloween.
Okay. All right. So, T-Dog, I'm sorry, Iggy, explain to me why that is one of your favorite songs there.
I really, I'm not really a big horror movie person. I mean, unless we're considering Attack of the Killer Tomatoes horror.
He's like, yeah, that's a horrible movie.
It's like Little Shop of Horrors.
I was afraid.
Yeah. It's just another simple. It's like like Jaws. Jaws. I think who was that? Who was on here? But they said it's E and F sharp. I think it's like a minor second. It's like a simple,
I think that was O-Dog, Sick Boy
on the piano.
Yeah. It's amazing how sometimes just two notes will change the world.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that it's things don't need to be complicated for them to be like to move you, to persuade you, or to make you feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of moving and persuading, we have Princess Jasmine's second one here. Here we go. There you go. Know this one? T-Disco? Iggy?
No.
No. We've got the theme from The Exorcist, folks. Yeah, that one is a classic.
It's a classic.
I remember seeing that, and the movie was just a bit worrisome there. I think I believe the main actress Linda Blair is no longer with us, correct? I think she passed away, and like that old thing's like exorcism and stuff like that. I almost thought I think it says it's loosely based on true events and stuff like that. So why is that like one of you in your top two, Princess?
I think because that movie really changed the horror industry, and I don't think during that time they were making that many movies about exorcism, and it's very like a taboo thing to talk about because it's scary. Like you could believe in it or not, and it's just like a whole realm that we don't know nothing about. And then to hear that it was possibly based on true events, it makes it even more scarier. And it's a classic too.
I mean,
so.
exorcism's like it's like Catholicism and Christianity. Like exorcism is very much.
I'm pretty sure that made people scared wanting to go to church. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you're like,
imagine that in the 70s.
Yeah, it's scary.
All right. So now this is my second one here. Here we go.
Better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix.
Now that is actually, it's not the theme of the movie, but most people consider it Freddy Krueger's theme song. It is the jump the rope rhyme, and for me, The Nightmare on Elm Street was probably one of the first movies that literally gave me nightmares. Not to this day, but when I was growing up, I literally had a fear of using restrooms because in that movie, one of the people in there, they're falling asleep on the toilet and they get sucked in. And it's like, I don't want that to happen to me, Mommy. I'm not using the restroom ever again. It was a big ordeal in my household. And if you don't believe me, look up something called Fleet. Yeah, change your life forever. And the interesting tidbit about that, the jump the rope rhyme, in every movie except for one, you actually hear the kids singing it. In the movie Nightmare on Elm Street, New Nightmare, it's never actually said. It's only written in the background of a certain scene. So I found that very interesting. But yeah, every time I hear like just the one, two, Freddy's coming for you part, I'm like, oh shit. I feel like I'm back in my, I'm back home, like watching it for the first time. So now we're near the end of this here. We've got T Dizzle's second one here. Here we go. Princess, Iggy, either of you guys know it?
I don't know.
Don't know it?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Oh, you will. You once you hear it, you'll be like, oh yeah. T Dizzle, you want to spoil it for him there?
It is the. Oh man. It's with Jack
What, you don't
Nicholson.
remember it? This is your submission.
I know it has Jack Nicholson.
Oh,
You are
The
brain
Shining?
freeze. This is The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining. Yeah.
oh.
T, this is your
Red rum.
submission. How did you freeze it up? Yeah. The Shining is a classic movie. Who directed that? Stanley Kubrick, I believe. Whole lot of stuff. I do believe there's even a documentary on room, the room number in The Shining, like room 467, room 469.
Mm-hmm.
There is a documentary just on the room and like the documentary of everything that happened in The Shining. It was quite revolutionary there. I don't know what happened to the kid though. I don't think he became like a big famous actor. I think after being on a set like that, you might want to think about different career choices there. I don't know. But all right, we got one more here, and then we'll just do our lovely What You're Watching segment and wrap it up. This is Iggy's second submission. Here we go. Let me try to speed it up here. Anybody? Put some time left. Anybody? Here we go.
Children of the Corn.
You said Children of the Corn?
Oh, Thriller.
That's a good.
Michael Jackson. Thriller.
There you go.
Good job, Tariq.
That beat right
Tariq,
there.
winner.
All right. So yeah, his is Thriller. Yeah. So your submission there, Thriller. Why?
It was either that one or Nightmare on My Street, but I went with Thriller.
Wait, what's Nightmare on My Street? What is that?
It's Will Smith, I think. It's his song from like I forgot. Will
I've
Smith
never
did
heard
it,
of it.
like with DJ Jazzy. He did an album.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare on My
Okay,
Street.
yeah. The old school hip hop. But yeah,
Yeah.
so Thriller, did that like revolutionize your? I don't know what did Thriller do for you back in the day?
Well, again, I don't really watch a lot of horror movies. But Thriller, I remember listening to it like on the stairs of my house when I was a kid, and we had like a tape player and like a little tape recorder that we played it on, and I just remembered it was. I wasn't like scared, but I remember it very vividly. Like, wow, this is really interesting, and just the dynamic of the music, and then later on watching the video and being like, okay, this is a really interesting video. It's kind of scary,
yeah.
but it's music, and yeah, it was cool to watch. Memorable.
Renato Ventura Bachata. Good day, sir. I'm waving to people who are coming in. Oh, okay. He's one of your friends. Yeah, that's a name I've never seen before. I was like, all right. Got some international flavor there. But what else I was going to say? So, yeah, I know about Thriller. One thing I loved about it is you actually hear Vincent Price, like, in the beginning of some mixes of it. He's either Vincent Price is talking either in the beginning, in the end, and then, like, on the radio. I always hear him on there. I'm like, it was almost like Michael Jackson, like, took an old actor and he brought him into, like, the modern era of the 80s, because I doubt at that time Vincent Price was that well known, you know? So, like, a lot of kids would be like, oh, wow, who's Vincent Price? And then they find out who he is that way. So that's the end of the episode. Right now, we're just going to be talking about what we've been watching over the course of the week. T Dizzle, Princess, what you been watching? Who wants to go first? Somebody go first.
I've been watching Haunted on Netflix, but the Spanish version. So it's all in Spanish from like El Salvador, Mexico, like all of those countries, and they tell like their ghost stories about like haunted dolls and all that stuff. So that's what I've been like mostly binging. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You guys should watch the Spanish and the English one. Really good.
But, so it's the same episode, American and Spanish, and then it's just Spanish dubbed, or it's totally different actors, different story.
It's different.
Oh, okay. Okay, and it's on Netflix. All right, T, what you got there?
Been watching Atlanta.
Okay. Well, no, you watched Atlanta last week. You're still just watching Atlanta? You're not watching anything else?
I'm watching, it's called Boomerang. Is on BET. It's about the movie in the 90s with Eddie Murphy. It's a TV show.
Okay. That just started up?
Yeah. Boomerang.
What you say, Iggy?
For a few years.
It's just funny. They have a TV show about Boomerang. Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're making some remakes that are just totally just why? Who asked for this? Like half the stuff that I see now, I'm just like, why is this being made? They always just say follow the money, and that's literally it. They think they can make a quick thing. No, that is something I would pay to see. I would pay to see a modern version of Alf, especially considering he used to eat cats. Like I trust Peter would be all over the place. Like he doesn't really eat cats. It doesn't matter. They're cats. But yeah, anything you've been watching over the course of the week?
I've been watching El Rey, the story of Vicente Fernandez. I just watched one episode of it.
Who is El Rey? Who is Vicente Fernandez?
Vicente Fernandez is a really famous singer in Mexico. He's like not like mariachi, but he's like banda, like not banda, but he's really famous. He died a couple years ago, but he's like the Frank Sinatra of Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How is he still alive, or how long ago was his like heyday, stuff like that?
He was really popular like in the 60s and 70s, 80s. Like he's iconic. So anyone in Mexico knows who he is, and he's a really famous singer. But he was really popular, I don't know, for years, decades.
Okay, cool. I know for me, I've actually started watching more, let's say, self-motivational stuff online. There's this new, I guess, YouTube channel called Earn Your Leisure. It's a big, I'd say they focus on, let's say, Black entrepreneurship and stuff like that. I've been watching a lot of good episodes. Right now, there's one with Alexa Wright, and that was a good one there. Each one is like about an hour and 15 minutes, but like I try to listen to them on my way to work, stuff like that. So that's it. That's been our great What You're Watching segment. We'd have that just about every week. If you guys just want to say, where they can catch you guys and what you got planned, or if anything at all, where can they find you? I don't know, Iggy, you want to go first?
Where can you find me?
Yes.
Right now, I'm in Monterrey, Mexico, and I have nothing really going on right now. I mean, I have stuff going on, but no like shows or anything like
but
that.
I mean, what's your IG handle, stuff like that?
I'm at Iggy Ostro. I do copywriting. I'm dabbling some singing and do some bachata dancing. So that's what I'm at, doing those kind of things. I'm writing. I'm working with some dance companies right now. So learning more about copywriting, sales, or dancing or singing. That's what I'm into.
All righty. T Dizzle, Princess Leia, where can they find you?
Reda Corolla Steamroller, IG, and Really just hiking a lot. That's probably it.
All right, so go take a hike. No, just kidding, just kidding. Princess Leia, where can they find you, and what do you got coming up next year?
I have two accounts. So Princess Leia is my personal one, and then Leia Beauty is my page where I post like the makeup that I do because I'm trying to be a makeup artist. That's like something I want to pursue. So you can find me on those two platforms. I don't have any other social media other than that.
All right. Well, I am your host, Ish the Comic. You can find me here on Ish the Comic. Find me on YouTube, Ish the Comic, Twitch, everything, you name it. Right now, I'm performing at the Oaks Tavern in Sherman Oaks area next Monday. It's a free show. Come on down if you want some huck, laughs. I've got a new joke. I call it, all the football fans out there need to be on the lookout for a new variant. It is called CFCF. That's COVID for Cowboy fans. That's when they get so sick of watching the Cowboy fans lose, they don't even want to show up for work the next day. Just kidding. But that's I know right now they're on a winning streak, but trust me, they're going to lose and they're not going to even make it to the playoffs. I'll eat my hat even though I don't wear hats. So that's the end of this episode. Next week, like I said, we're probably going to have some serious topics, and then we're probably going to be talking about our favorite horror TV show theme songs next week. So, like I always say, folks, good fight and good night. Thank you guys for coming out. Peace out, folks. All right.
This shit is dope.
Wowzer, Bowser.
SM58 music.
High rim.
Blue gloves. Hour after hour, all I do is cook all day, clock out and write bars with Wowzer, Bowser. Hello, how is it sounding? The sample and drum loop keep the kitchen bumping. We the Tucson underground. I look around, then I write it down. Simplicity can be so profound. I know I need to slow it down and take a look at the Catalina Mountains. It's so nice to be driving with no highways and there's no snow. Yeah, it gets a little bit high, but quit being a baby. Go to Circle K and hydrate. Speaking of babies, taking care of my son is my only mind frame. So don't take it personal if I don't want to kick it. I hate partying. I'd rather be in bed before 10 with my wife cuddling. Yeah, I'm done with the politics. Nowadays, I'd rather smoke a spliff and talk less about religion. On a similar note, I tell people that I hate hip-hop just to avoid the conversation. Like, what is this? I could be at home getting my dick licked, or at worst, masturbating. That's a money shot, go and face it. You a trend follower, hella basic. I'm a responsible stoner getting faded. Hey, got my non-slips on and I just clocked on. Put my blue gloves on, now I'm ready to work. I said I'm ready to work. Yeah. Got my non-slips on, I just ripped the fat bong. Put my blue gloves on, now I'm ready to work. I said I'm ready to work. Hell yeah. Kyrim. 3 pairs of Dickies. Only one of them fit. Gotta have my porridge and my coffee before I jump in my whip. I love smoking herb, but no, I do not have an abundance of piff. A 20 lasts me about a week, but that's just really with the buds that I pinch. I hope the homies got some herb to spare. That'd be sweet, bro, like a French eclair or a fresh new pear off the branch. And I know it may seem like it's off the head, but it's not. I wrote it like a dork intentionally. So please be a sport and let me vent my beliefs. It's after work, and of course, what's Kyrim doing? He's icing his knees in the kitchen for 10 hours straight, feeling out of his league. Listening to Wowzer, Bowser, get down. He a chef like Raekwon, but more like Riz on the beats. Hey, man, I hope you enjoy this cuisine. Got my non-slips on and I just clocked on. Put my blue gloves on, now I'm ready to work. I said I'm ready to work. Bowser. Don't forget Andre. Yeah.